Oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. Those macadamia nuts, I didn't even realize because I got so excited when I looked. When you walk into any grocery store, even a Costco like I'm right in front of, you're gonna come across things that are misleading and deceiving. Now, it's not to say anything bad about the grocery stores, it's just the food products that are in there. So I wanna go and I wanna find some of the keto foods, some of the keto delicious treats and things like that that are actually a little bit deceptive. So I'm gonna break down what things in Costco right now are not truly keto, but might be marketed as low carb or keto. So let's head on into Costco, let's take a look at what they've got. I gotta throw my mask on because it's just that time, and we're gonna go have some fun and see what's going on. Okay, first thing I want to look at is this Orgain Keto. Now, I'm just going through stuff, right? I'm just walking through and trying to see things that say keto and see if I can see if they really are truly keto. Let's take a look. All right, so the idea behind this is just a good ketogenic friendly, let's see, collagen peptides, coconut medium chain triglycerides, organic alkalized cocoa, acacia, sea salt, organic stevia. Really? That's totally solid keto. Let's just keep on rolling along. This is not deceptive. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit everything, right? I'm just gonna roll through the aisles, make it kind of quick, and see if anything jumps out at me. So it doesn't mean everything's gonna be good, doesn't mean everything's gonna be bad, doesn't mean everything's gonna be keto. I'm just gonna see what pops out. But either way, let's rock. Quick pit stop to tell you something that is ketogenic, that isn't marketed as such. These organic roasted seaweed snacks. Let me show you something on the back of these. Really cool stuff. Organic sunflower oil, not the best, but sesame oil is kind of a hidden gem. Sesame oil is really a powerful antioxidant rich oil. And when it's toasted, it actually becomes more active when it comes down to antioxidant activity. You see, it activates sesamolin and sesamolinin. These are two different antioxidants that are very, very effective at neutralizing the potential lipid peroxidation that occurs when you consume these kinds of fats. In other words, what that means is although it's touted as an omega-6 fatty acid that's not that good, it's a pretty good quality fat. So anyhow, fun fact. All right, here we go. I found one. Okay, moon cheese. Not even marketed as keto, but most people are gonna see, cheese crisps and stuff like that. So I've got moon cheese right here, and then I've got these cheese wisps, and I'm gonna look at them both side by side. Moon cheese. Let's take a look at what's in it. Okay, we've got cheddar cheese, pasteurized milk, salt, cheese culture, annatto, vegetable color. Yeah, that's definitely ketogenic friendly. Cheddar's not the best keto cheese, but it's all good. Then we've got these wisps. We've got Parmesan cheese. Yeah, equally keto friendly. But let me tell you something about these wisps. When you're looking for keto cheeses or anything like that, go for the aged cheeses. The thing with Parmesan is aged enough that it actually breaks down some of the negative aspects when it comes down to the casein proteins. So if I had to choose one between these two, I would go for the Parmesan wisps just because the cheese quality is going to be better right out the gate. However, they're both totally keto friendly. Don't get hung up on it too much. I'm just giving you my nerdy biochem facts. They're not marketed as such. Be careful with cashews. Super high in phytates, super high in phytic acid, which chelates minerals within the gut, makes it hard for them to absorb. So be very careful with almonds, very careful with excess amounts of cashews. Try to go for macadamia nuts whenever you can. Just a little tip. Speaking of macadamia nuts, I just came across something new. Let's check this bad boy out. Organic macadamia nuts with olive oil. Let's see if they're legit. Let's take a look. Organic dry roasted macadamia nuts, off to a good start. Organic garlic, herb, and olive oil seasoning, which contains sea salt, organic garlic powder, organic spices, organic olive oil, and organic avocado oil. I am getting some of these. That is such a killer combination. Macadamia nuts are already super low omega-6, very high omega-7 palmitoleic acid. Combine that with the hydroxytyrosol that comes in from olive oil, that is like an antioxidant powerhouse. That is the best combination nut I think I've ever seen outside of like pili nuts and macadamia nuts. All right, I found something. This one's gonna be interesting because this one has keto written all over it. And spoiler alert, I've seen this one before, so this is really exciting. Check this out. All right, coconut keto clusters. Sounds awesome, right? This, let's see, we got pecans, we've got almonds, we've got pumpkin seeds. Sounds like a great little thing at first, but then when we actually start breaking down the ingredients, let's see, we've got coconut, pumpkin seeds, pecans, almonds, Cane sugar, that doesn't make much sense. Brown rice syrup, that doesn't make much sense either. Coconut butter, that's terrific. Erythritol, okay, here's what confuses the heck out of me. Agave fiber is going to be pure fructose. Natural flavors, why do you have to add natural flavors to this? But why the cane sugar if you already have erythritol in there? Erythritol is your sweetener. You don't need to have cane sugar. You don't need to have brown rice syrup. So then look at the carb content. 8 grams of carbs. Okay, 4 grams of sugar? What the heck? I appreciate what they're after here, but they're doing it all wrong. This is not how you do keto. I appreciate what they're after from a marketing perspective, I guess. The business person in me loves that they're capitalizing on it, but not in the spirit of sabotaging your diet. You have 2 servings of that and you're probably gonna get kicked out of keto. So yeah, that's a seriously deceptive piece of advertising. I don't even know if that should be allowed. That's just not fair in my opinion. I know there's gonna be more of these. Let's keep digging around. Gotta love going to Costco in the evening time, especially when the presidential debate is going on. Nobody's here right now. This is kind of awesome. Quick shout out, because these aren't necessarily marketed as keto, but they actually could be. Okay, these are decent, these protein bars. They're one of the cleaner ones. I actually have to hand it to Kirkland. Let me show you the ingredients real quick. Okay, milk protein isolate, whey protein isolate. The milk protein, we don't really want so much. The whey protein isolate's okay. Dietary fiber from tapioca, it might bloat you a little bit. But I mean, overall, compared to most of the overall bars that are out there, it's not bad. At least they're using erythritol and stevia. They're not using cane sugar. They're not using other weird stuff. So it's not perfect, but look at this. 23 grams of carbs, 15 of which are fiber, 4 of which are erythritol. So really not a whole lot of net carbs at all coming in this thing. But that amount of fiber is gonna send you to bloat city, baby. So I don't know if you wanna do that. But anyway, just a quick shot because they're not bad there. Put that sucker back. So far, all I have is macadamia nuts. By the way, I do want to give a quick shout out to Fat Snacks. Go ahead and check them out down below. So Fat Snacks is a keto low carb friendly cookie. So when I'm in the spirit of looking at like keto items and items that are deceptive or not deceptive, I highly recommend that you check out Fat Snacks. They've got some really delicious, awesome flavors. They're double chocolate chip. They also have their regular chocolate chip. It's a super awesome company if you want to try them out. So highly recommend you check them out. There's a special link down below. Don't forget to check them out. Get your special pricing, special products. So there's gonna be something in the bread section. I did a specific video on this keto bread at one point. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Let's see. Oh, don't tell me you don't have it. It's really fun to rip apart. Hang on. Aha, I found it. Now this is a different one. So a new one I get to rip apart. It's not the Franz keto bread that they had before. This is a Galasso's different flavor. Let me see what's in it. Okay, we have the bread base, which is resistant tapioca starch. That's not bad. Then we have straight up wheat gluten. Okay, wheat gluten is different from traditional gluten that you'll find in, it's hard to describe. Basically, they could say that wheat gluten doesn't contain the specific kinds of proteins like the gliadin that would have an effect on your gut. But I beg to differ. It does have an effect on lipopolysaccharides. Then it's inulin, oat fiber, wheat protein isolate. Come on, that's really what you're using to bind it. But soy oil, if you're doing keto, you should not be adding soy oil. It is the most just adulterated polyunsaturated fat that you can find. Okay, guar gum, cane sugar, ammonium chloride, sorbic acid. Okay, I have to say this is better than the old one. The old one had partially hydrogenated oil, and I wonder if they saw my video and got rid of it because of that. So is it totally not keto? I mean, technically it's keto. It's just a very dirty keto item. Okay. Soy is the last thing you really want to be having on keto. I've talked about this time and time again. So this, yes, it's keto, but look at the macros too. Let me show you something. 13 grams of carbs, 12 of which is fiber in one slice. Okay, so you make a sandwich with this stuff, 2 slices, 24 grams of fiber. You are going to be in such gut distress. And also remember that soybean oil is also going to denature more because this has been heated. Soybean oil is bad enough even when it's not heated, but when it's heated, what's gonna happen? It's gonna denature more. It's a polyunsaturated fat, which means that it's a very fragile oil. So the moment that it's heated, you have multiple unsaturated bonds, multiple unsaturated hydrogen bonds that are gonna allow denaturing and lipid peroxidation. What does that mean? It means toxic compounds in your body. Just be very careful with that. Here's something that I discovered last time I was here, actually a really good product, this Sonoma Gourmet. And I'm not just saying it because I'm originally from Sonoma, but check out the ingredients of this. It's pretty cool. Not terrible, but not amazing either. Organic vegetable stock, vegetable broth, organic celery, onion, sea salt, organic onion powder, cream, cultured buttermilk, kale, white cheddar, natural flavors, which isn't good. If they could do without the rice starch, it would be great. Xanthan gum. Okay, so it's not perfect, but the macros, 4 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar. It's probably coming from veggies and a little bit from the cream. It's a pretty decent cream sauce, if you ask me. At least they really make an effort to make it mostly organic and clean. But while I'm in the spirit of looking at pasta sauces, man, I'm kind of going off my whole MO here, right? I was originally going to be doing specifically keto traps, but anyway, I just want to show you some fun stuff. Marinaras, check this out. Okay, we got 6 grams of carbs, which is still a decent amount, but if you're gonna have marinara, this is gonna be it. Tomatoes, onions, olive oil, salt, garlic, basil, spices, calcium chloride. That is about as clean as you're gonna get with marinara. Still have carbs coming in from tomatoes, so it's not something you wanna have all the time, but just fun fact. So far, only 2 really dirty keto items that shouldn't be here. Let's keep going. All right, there's some olive oil. Costco has good selections of olive oil, by the way. Definitely could do a whole separate video just on the oils here at Costco if I wanted to. Grapeseed oil, don't ever touch that stuff. It's one of the most terrible oils outside of soybean oil. They've got avocado oil. That's the same kind of avocado oil I get at Thrive Market. Looking down the baking section, just rolling along. Ooh, this is a cool little find. Ghee, right next to the coconut oil. It's like they read my mind. Now, I used to be more of a coconut oil. I've kind of migrated to being more of a ghee guy. Ghee is rich in butyric acid, short chain fatty acids, which I think have a stronger gut benefit than what you get out of the lauric acid from the coconut oil. The reason that I say that is because short chain fatty acids directly feed the small intestinal cells, okay, the enterocytes. Now, similar macronutrient profile, this is going to have more MCTs in it, but ghee actually has a little bit of MCT in it as well. It still has a little bit of C10 carbon chain MCT, so it still helps create ketones. But something that people don't always know is that butyric acid, actually like butyrate that's in ghee, actually turns into ketones pretty easy. There's some studies that took a look at butyrate when it came from veggies, and we saw that it made a big difference in terms of how ketones were produced. Now that was a mouse study, but still, mice create ketones the same way that humans do. So it's a valid study, and I typically, when I test my own ketones, my own anecdotal experience, I feel that I get more ketone rise out of ghee than I do out of coconut oil. But coconut oil is freaking awesome, so by all means. Truvia, Lakanto is awesome, totally good to go there. Some of these nut butters, big fan of Nutso. Still fair bit of carbs, so you gotta go easy on it, okay? So it's a little bit of a keto trap, 8 grams of carbs, no added sugar, it just adds up with all the seeds, okay? So not even that much fiber in it, just be careful. The organic almond butter is good. I would go for the Nutso over the almond butter though. This is something intriguing I just found. Okay, check this out. I have not seen this before. Whoa, what's happening here? Allulose. Okay, we've probably seen this in all kinds of sweet treats, right? Magic Spoon cereals got it. Some of these cookies have it. Allulose is very interesting. So I just learned some stuff about allulose this last week, and I did a video specifically on allulose. So let me tell you really quick about it. It says right on the box here, keto friendly. Does it make the cut? You bet it makes the cut. 70% of allulose is excreted through the urine. Okay, now they did lots of different studies. They even did a petri dish study where they took, they emulated gastric enzymes and they put it into a solution in a petri dish and they put allulose in it. Well, they found that 95% or 97%, excuse me, of the allulose remained after an hour, showing that it does not break down in the gut. It doesn't break down in our bodies, which is really wild. It sounds like it's bad, but at first glance, yes, you'd think that. But when you actually start seeing how it's metabolized, sorry, this mask is driving me crazy. I need to get a different one. When you realize that it gets excreted through the urine, you realize what's happening. We lack the enzymes to break it down. So it's so molecularly similar to sugar that it occupies the transporter for sugar. So therefore, it treats itself like sugar in the body, but without the glycemic load or without the sugar and without the metabolic or calorie effect. So I know from my recent research that there's 0.4 calories per gram in allulose compared to 4 calories per gram in sugar. Definitely keto friendly, definitely will not kick you out of keto, and also has a myriad of different benefits that go with it. So that's a big find, and it is keto valid. It's fun here in the frozen section. Or refrigerated, I should say. Most of the cheeses in this section are not good. We'll cover cheeses in a different video. Let's see here. Immunity defense. No, none of that's going to be keto. Dairy beverage, it's not marketed as keto, but go for this one if you go with this for what they have here. Unsweetened. Don't make the mistake I've made before. Okay, now let's see. I know they've got some keto ice creams and stuff. At least they did before. Let's see if we can find them. All right, I found one that I think is a trap. All right, I might be wrong, but let's take a look. All right, cauliflower crust. Let's see. It's not marketed as keto exactly, but it implies it. Cauliflower crust, let's see what's in it. Whoa, that is a weird science experiment of ingredients there. First thing I see, 27 grams of carbohydrates. That's already not making the cut. But cauliflower crust. Cauliflower, whole milk mozzarella cheese. Well, whoa, okay, starts out good, but then all of a sudden we have rice flour. Then we have tapioca starch, which is okay. Modified rice starch, sugar, organic yeast. All right, and we move on down the line and we realize that it's a large part rice. Not gonna work. Okay. Almost anything you find that's cauliflower in the frozen section is totally not gonna be keto. It usually has rice in it, usually has other things that make it not keto. So just pay attention to that. For this stuff, it's pretty straightforward. That's just literally rice cauliflower. Really high in diindole methane, which is very good if you have an estrogen issue. You're trying to metabolize a little bit of that 1,7-hydroxy estradiol, which is not the good estrogen. Anyhow, don't need to bore you with details there. Let's see. All right, I found the ice cream bar. Let's see. Sea salt caramel keto. Let's see. Show you here what I got. Okay, 2 grams of net carbs, 12 grams total carbs, 2 grams of fiber. Okay, so basically, you see that kind of discrepancy there, how it looks weird. 12 grams carbohydrates, 2 grams fiber, 1 gram of, so that it's the 8 grams of sugar alcohol. So here we have cream, whole milk, salted caramel base, natural flavors, which I'm not a fan of, xanthan gum, not a big fan, but it's okay, chocolate coating, coconut oil, that's cool, erythritol, sunflower lecithin, MCT oil, stevia, egg yolks, more erythritol, non-GMO. This has actually been monk fruit extract. This is actually really clean. You know, the funny thing is, I don't know if you have to list erythritol as a sugar alcohol, because some companies don't list erythritol as a sugar alcohol. I don't know the FDA's rules on that. Point is, this is actually a decent keto product. I wouldn't call it deceptive. I think it calls it like it is. I wish they used like allulose or something instead of erythritol in this particular case, because I think allulose with ice cream would taste really, really good. But they add the coconut oil, they add the MCT. I think they did it right. There's no weird fibers in there. So that one makes the cut as a keto-approved Costco food. Keto dog food anywhere? I don't know. Ooh, they do have my cold brews. Don't wipe these out. These are mine. Frozen meats, frozen fish, that is the way to go, ladies and gentlemen. You save a lot of money that way. Okay, anything here in this just exotic, expensive section? Protein bars, I know for a fact those are not keto. Okay, then they've got these coconut wraps here. Let me show you these guys. Okay. You got coconut flour, cassava starch, water, apple cider vinegar, coconut oil, salt. Okay, this is a really good product. It's just not quite keto friendly. 28 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fiber. So still too high in net carbs because they put the cassava in there. Now, technically cassava is a resistant starch, which has kind of a different effect within the gut, which means that it doesn't fully digest the same. It's somewhat of a resistant starch, but it still doesn't take the cake as a keto item. Not that it's marketed as such, but people have asked me about it, so I wanted to make sure I addressed it. Unfortunately, it would be great if you were like coming off keto or something like that. You needed something low glycemic. Ah, cool, I was hoping I'd come across this one. These are these organic broccoli cheddar stuffed chicken breasts. Again, they're not marketed as keto, so not super deceptive, but one would think this has got to be keto. It's broccoli cheddar stuffed. Well, let's take a look. I've seen it before. Organic chicken, that's great, at least it's organic. Organic broccoli, organic cheddar, we're off to a good start. Sea salt, enzymes, yeah. Then all of a sudden there's rice in it. Oh, never mind. It's not, it's rice stuffed chicken. I have seen people make that mistake. I ran into a guy that recognized me at Costco once, and he was buying this, and he came up to me and introduced himself and all that, and then says to me, hey, you know, check out what I've got. Can you give me some pointers? And I saw that in his grocery cart and took a look, and that was the first time I learned about it. It's pretty wild. So obviously people make mistakes, and he was a smart guy. Just a little teaser, I have a video coming out on cured meats and deli meats coming out soon. There's lots to know about these fine goodies here that are in the refrigerated section. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm sure I could find some stuff here. Let's see, Hawaiian style chicken, that's gonna have pineapple, teriyaki, it's gonna be super sweet. Let's see what else we got. It's so quiet here, I can actually think for a minute. Let's see. Okay, now we're getting into the cheeses. You know, not a whole lot of deceptive stuff in the cheese section, not gonna lie. I'm such a sucker for Havarti. but I like to get the light Havarti. Oh, and then we've got buffalo mozzarella. Buffalo is going to be more A2 protein, plus which means it's just a better quality casein protein, but it's also just a really good, tasty product. It like falls apart when you grab it. So mozzarella, if you're gonna get mozzarella, go for buffalo, spend the extra couple bucks. It is so worth it. Havarti is not the best cheese in terms of quality, but man, is it good. I usually try to suck it up and go for goat cheese because I know that it's a higher quality protein and it's just a good cheese in general. Plus very, 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 very high in MCTs, C10 capric acid in goat cheese. So direct MCT in a food there. So far, I'm pretty pleased with what I've been finding here, to be honest. I thought I was gonna find more deceptive things. I have to give credit to Costco because I think they actually do their due diligence on products that they bring in. So we don't have nearly as much crud as we might see in other stores. So I might do the same thing, but do it in Walmart or something where I can find more. But now I gotta go hit some of the middle aisles, see if I can see some of the stuff that might be marketed that's a little bit more trendy, things like that. Because we're bound to find something there. I thought that I was missing something. So I was like, I'm just gonna run down that snack aisle. It seems a little too light in terms of the keto deceptive ones. Are you ready for this? You ready for this? This one almost got me because it looks so dang tasty. Okay, Chalk XO, organic chalk keto. Should have been a red flag when you see 85% dark chocolate, 85% cacao. Let's talk about this. % dark chocolate, that means it has sugar in it. Okay, that means it isn't gonna be keto friendly. Let's see what we got. 6 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 4 grams of sugar. There's a big problem here at first. Okay, 6 grams of total carbs, 3 grams of fiber, plus 4 grams of sugar equals 7. Somehow they say it's 6. Where's quality here? Where's the QA? Anyway, let's look at the ingredients. Organic dark chocolate, organic cocoa mass, organic cocoa butter, organic low-fat cocoa powder, organic cane sugar, organic vanilla, organic coconut. Oh my gosh. Okay, if they just had made this with dark chocolate and put a hint of stevia or monk fruit or allulose, this would have been a perfectly fine product. It would have been totally good. In fact, I probably would have eaten it. But instead, they're deceptive and they're playing into people that are just looking for the word keto, which is so frustrating, taking advantage of good people that are just trying to get healthy. Please avoid that, deceptive. Glad I found that because that could be really, really tricky. Oh, here's another one. Kind bars are not keto friendly. I saw another person getting these. Okay, that kind bark or these nut clusters, not keto. Okay, just look at the ingredients on that one. That one's not marketed as keto, but it tricks a lot of people. Okay, let's find some more. Found one. Talked about this in another video. Okay, you think that mushrooms are going to just be typical, easy keto friendly. Well, let's take a look. Shiitake mushrooms, sea salt, maltose, which is higher glycemic than glucose, sustainable palm oil, yeast extract, which is basically another word for MSG, then natural flavors. These things you would think are keto friendly, but that maltose does a number. Look at this. 19 grams of carbohydrates in mushrooms. It's because they're dried and they add a bunch of stuff to them. Not that someone would walk by that and immediately think it's keto, but something to know. All right, I'm just gonna take one more little spin through like the center section where they have like the featured items and things like that. See if we can find anything else, and then I'm gonna buy these couple items and hit the road. All right, kind of in the protein section, here we've got PB2, PB Fit. It is keto friendly, but you really wanna go easy on it. Let's see. Basically what this is powdered peanut butter. So they just defat peanuts. But you're left with 5 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber. Ingredients, yeah, see, organic peanut flour, organic coconut palm sugar. 2 tablespoons of this stuff, that adds up really quick. It's easy to eat more than 2 tablespoons of this. So since cane sugar is in it, I would recommend avoiding it. Okay, and then just a quick touch on real quick, avoid that combat protein, it stuff's garbage. This one's halfway decent for keto if you go easy on it. A little bit of coconut sugar, but still decent. The one you want to go for as far as protein powders, I did a full video on this, so do a quick search for Thomas DeLauer Costco Keto Protein or Costco Protein. Whey protein isolate's what you want to lean towards. I don't see a whole lot of other foods. Let me see what's over here. I think most of this stuff is like holiday cookie stuff already. All right, probably not going to find anything marketed as keto there, but oh well. All right, let's go ahead and buy these couple items and let's recap really quick when we get back out to the truck. Oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. Those macadamia nuts, I didn't even realize because I got so excited when I was looking at them because they had olive oil in them and they were just a great macronutrient profile and all these fats. I got so excited talking about it. And then I realized they're 23 bucks when I get to the checkout and it's only a Oh my gosh, what is this? How many? 20 ounces? I mean, that's okay considering they're organic, but I wouldn't have spent that, but I had to go through with it because I'm not gonna go put anyway. All right, well, all I walked out of here with is cold brew and macadamia nuts, but hopefully you learned a little bit of something. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to turn on notifications. As always, I will see you tomorrow.